didn't keep your word.
I swear on my dead mother's soul. Days. Bob, you and the boys stand guard. Nobody gets through.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2024 horror comedy sequel, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. The film is directed by Tim Burton and stars Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Jenna Ortega, Justin Theroux, Willem Dafoe, and Monica Bellucci. Right, okay, this is the long-awaited sequel to the classic 80s horror comedy. And this time round, Lydia Dietz, played by Winona Ryder, is all grown up. She's got a daughter of her own now, played by Jenna Ortega. She is something of a TV personality. She's a medium. She can see the dead sort of thing. And she is told by her mother, who once again returns to play... Catherine O'Hara once again returns to play her mother, Delia, to tell her that her dad has died, and they're going to head up to the house from the first film in order to have the funeral, etc., etc. When they get there, she's trying to build a relationship back with her daughter, Astrid, who doesn't believe in ghosts, has not got a good relationship with her mum. However, she's going for a rude awakening as Beetlejuice returns, and she's kidnapped, taken to the underworld, and Lydia makes a pact with Beetlejuice in order to get her daughter back. Right, what are my thoughts on Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice. Well, I have to say, this is one of those films that I've been really excited to see. Very excited indeed. This film for many years now has kind of been dangled on a stick to fans of the first film. I mean, it was fake news several years ago that, you know, they were kind of teasing the poster and all sorts of stuff, and it wasn't even on the cards then, and then all of a sudden it was. And I was pretty pleased about that, because the first Beetlejuice I remember going to the cinema to see we used to go on holiday as a family to Wales quite a lot when I was a kid. It was like a caravan holiday, and there was a cinema local to where we stayed. And it was like a family tradition. Every time we went to this holiday park, we'd always go to the cinema to see what was on. And it was Beetlejuice this particular year, and I wasn't excited about that, because I was like, well, what the hell's Beetlejuice? I don't really want to see that. Never heard of it, and at that point I didn't really collect movie magazines, stuff like that. When we all went as a family, absolutely loved it, and it's been a personal favourite of mine ever since, really. It's just an absolutely fabulous film, and this is probably the first time I saw Michael Keaton in a film, and soon after, obviously, in Batman. And ever since seeing him in Beetlejuice, I've obviously been a big fan of Michael Keaton as well. And I'm happy to report, guys, that overall, I think the sequel delivers. Everything you could hope to expect to get from a Beetlejuice sequel is here. I think probably it's a little bloated. There are some things in this film it doesn't need. It almost like it tries to do a little bit too much. But overall, it's brilliantly done. Real return to form for Tim Burton. An outstanding, wonderful, crackpot, over-the-top performance by Michael Keaton, who is absolutely at his best once again doing Beetlejuice. He must absolutely love playing this character, because he is having so much fun. You can tell that, you know, when he's doing it, when he's doing this Beetlejuice character, you can see he's having so much fun with it. And if you actually see interviews when he's talked about the original Beetlejuice in the past, it's really fascinating how he kind of finds the character, or found the character back in the day. And he's not missed a beat really here, I don't think, with Beetlejuice. Absolutely brilliant. But also, I must compliment as well Winona Ryder, who... fantastic again as Lydia. I mean, she almost looked like she hadn't aged a day. for the most part in this film. I mean, fascinating because she dresses like she did in the first Beetlejuice, and she looks almost identical. A great performance by her as well. And I really enjoyed Catherine O'Hara's performance as Delia. And again, she doesn't look like she's aged. I think she's made a pact, or she's a vampire or something. I don't know, because she looks fabulous for her age, does Catherine O'Hara. Really, really good. And then obviously you've got Jenna Ortega playing the daughter. I mean, a no-brainer in regards to casting. I mean, perfect for a film like this with her, gothic heritage in regards to the Wednesday Netflix show and things like that. Justin Theroux, who is just brilliant at playing slime balls like this in this film, and he's so obviously a slime ball. It's one of those scenarios where you can't wait to see him get his comeuppance sort of thing. But as far as weaknesses in regards to this film goes, I think there's two major ones. The first one is Willem Dafoe's character. The film just didn't need him, in my opinion. It didn't need the whole plot of him. He's like a detective in the afterlife. Well, when he was alive, he was an actor who used to play a detective, and now he's dead. He is like a detective, still thinking he's an actor almost. But he adds almost nothing to the film, in my opinion, which is very rare. You can't often say that about Willem Dafoe, but the film definitely didn't need him. And the film definitely didn't need, as well, the Monica Bellucci character. I'm not going to spoil who she is and what her part is in the film, but it's a whole different subplot that involves Beetlejuice from his past. But again, it doesn't really go anywhere, and again, I don't really feel as though the film needed it. I think the idea was to raise the stakes, I suppose, but for me, the idea was, I'm guessing, the stakes have been raised massively for Lydia, with her daughter being kidnapped and taken to the underworld, sort of thing. But they're trying to raise the stakes for Beetlejuice, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm second guessing them, but for me, Willem Dafoe and Monica Bellucci's characters weren't needed in this film. It bloats it a little bit. It's two plots that the film didn't need, and I think it would have lightened the load and maybe gave room for some of the other characters to shine a little bit more. But that's me, if you like, being ultra critical. They don't spoil the film, they don't ruin the film or anything like that. I just didn't feel as though they needed it. The film is definitely funny. I laughed and giggled more than once here, mainly when Michael Keaton's doing his thing. The effects, again, are outstanding. They feel the effects, very retro in a sense of it transports you right back to the first Beetlejuice, but it's got a modern twist on it as well, the effects. All the different ways the people look, when they're dead sort of thing is still really fantastic. And I think it really is a very worthy sequel to the first one, in my opinion. I had a really, really good time with this one, and I'm actually really looking forward to seeing it again. Absolutely didn't disappoint, really, at all, in any way, shape, or form. I came out of the cinema with a big smile on my face, really enjoyed it, and I strongly recommend, guys, if you are a fan of the first Beetlejuice, you really will enjoy this one. It's definitely a well-done sequel, and there are some fine moments in it. So thanks for joining me for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. I will, of course, be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.